Right folks, welcome back to the complete Liverpool playthrough. This is video 1 of 2 today, so if you're watching these as the series comes out, there's another one later on today. Keep an eye out. But today, we face off against Real Madrid and West Ham United. Later on, Chelsea, Napoli. So 4 big games today coming your way for you. And I'm thinking, with the game against Real Madrid, the only thing you can do is play a former Atletico Madrid. A Hall of Famer? Was he a Hall of Famer, Aguero? It's pretty good, wasn't he, for Atletico? So I think we'll give him that. Of course, signed by Liverpool, hasn't scored for me yet, but today it's a big day for Sergio. He's getting at the start, De Bruyne in behind him, Keita and Mane either side, Nangolan, Henderson, Williams, Matip, Van Dijk, Klein and Joe Hart. Of course, last time out, a 4-0 win against West Brom, before that a win against Hull as well. So back to about 4-0s. Today though, tougher games on the horizon, and we'll see how we get on. Real Madrid, of course, not a bad team in football. You've probably heard of them. They're still as good as ever. It's been 1 year. The second year, they're still good. That's a summary, isn't it, of sorts. So we're going to see how we get on. Hopefully, as it's a Champions League group stage game, it doesn't mean a massive deal. I don't think necessarily results against Real Madrid will decide whether we get through or not. Worth saying though that we won our first game, as did Madrid against Copenhagen, so we're feeling good. Team wise, of course, De Bruyne's fitness is a bit of a concern. He's been out for a long time. Aguero in a very similar situation, hence Salah, Firmino, Origi, those sorts of players ready to come on if needs be. We could have put Wijnaldum or Lallana on the bench, but I'm going to stick with what we've got. I want to have a bit of defensive options there as well, with Sacco, with Alexander-Arnold, who can both play in either sort of any of the back 4 roles essentially. So let's crack on. Let's see how we get on. And for some reason I've gone Scottish. Let's leave that, Ben. It's Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Always a big game. There's been some good games between Liverpool and Real Madrid over the years that I can remember. Of course, there was a famous one at the Bernabeu in which Craig Bellamy did a golfing celebration because he hit John Arnorisa with a golf club. I think the best way to sort of get over GBH is by mocking it in celebration. So here we go then, 0-0. I know we're the underdogs here, but go and give the fans a performance to cheer for. They've travelled all the way to Madrid. They've had a lovely weekend. You know, it's sort of thing you might take a partner on the trip with you. Just why not, eh? Why not? So can we get the win at the Bernabeu? It's a big game. I can't remember ever playing at the Bernabeu, but what a lovely image that is there. I've never seen that before. Well, you see, you go on a European tour. I mean, I've done a few Liverpool saves, hence lack of Europe. But yeah, I quite like seeing the Bernabeu. I don't think on Football Manager this year I've played against Real Madrid, and at the Bernabeu especially. I can't think of a time that I have done. Did I do it with Leicester? I don't think I did. So there you are. I never did it with Dortmund, I don't think either. Well, what a time for us. Unless I did and I'm completely forgetting. Maybe. Anyway, so far we're 22 minutes into the game, and it is... Well, it's 0-0, isn't it? And I'm a bit fearful because, I say, Madrid are a decent side. Casemiro, Modric and Kroos are a decent side. And this is Madrid trying to go back-to-back. Well, actually, no, not back-to-back. Obviously, they won it the first year. Blimey. They won it the first year. I don't know who won it. Who won the Champions League last year? We should probably check that out. It was Juventus. Oh, that's quite nice in a way. Of course, got to the final in real life. So they actually won it in the game, which is quite nice to see. So it was Madrid, Juventus, and could it be, well, Liverpool, I assume, will be next, because that's me. Right then, forward we go. Flicked on by De Bruyne. Forward now by Madrid, though, into the feet of Benzema. But Henderson gets in on him. I mean, Karim Benzema's a good player. He's played it at all levels. But has he ever faced Jordan Henderson as the ball's played to the back post? It's the Keita-Mane combination. We've not seen that for some time, but it gives us the 1-0 lead at the Bernabeu. I mean, it's a lovely goal as well. Aguero out to Keita. This is a perfect angle for it. You can see Mane not being picked up. I don't know who's at the back post there. It is Marcelo. And, well, I never. There we are then. 1-0. Looking good. 37 minutes gone. And the perfect start and the perfect return to this series and this episode. So good to see. If we can get a win against Real Madrid, then our chances of qualification are very good. I'm expecting we'll do the double over Copenhagen. If we can at least get a 1 win against Napoli, that should be enough as well. So, you know, 12 points, that usually gets you through. And it's the pressure on Madrid now. What will they do? What will they produce? Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema, well, he's never like Virgil van Dijk, very good footballer, doing the job. They're playing a 4-4-2. Isco one side, Bale the other, with Ronaldo and Benzema up top. When you play Real Madrid, that's not expected in my book, but we've seen hello, Joel Matip. We've seen very little from them so far, but Modric, 51 minutes in, puts the ball into the middle, it's headed clear, back out to Modric, and we gave him a lot of time to give it to Isco there, and that's something I'm not a fan of. Keita heads it straight out. Oh, it's Benzema to the back post, and Sergio Ramos gets there. It seemed to happen very quickly, didn't it? And I don't want to say it was fortunate on the side of on the side of Isco with a little back heel. But this is a little bit lucky to me. Sort of floats it to the back post. It's just sleeping defending there by Williams. Not the best, is it? Well, never mind. 1-1. Oh, and to highlight after the goal. With the side we've got, with the front four that we've got out there today, we're as good as Madrid, sort of, in a way. They've got Ronaldo. Mane, though, on a booking, plays it inside to De Bruyne, who just about escapes his marker. Henderson through Sergio Aguero, and instant reply. Oh, there it is. 2-1 to Liverpool. Sergio Aguero's first goal for Liverpool. It's in the Champions League. It's against Real Madrid. And oh my word, what a stage to do it on. Of course, the former Atletico man will be loving that goal. It was De Bruyne into Henderson, slides through Sergio Aguero, and a cool, calm finish. And that's what we've signed him for. Not to be injured, not to be on the bench constantly, but to score goals in big games. And that's what I wanted to see from Sergio. Lovely stuff. Right, 2-1 now. I mean, it might be time to start thinking about going slightly more defensive, but I do think the way that we're playing so far, it's a pretty even game. Isco, though, chance. It's a set piece. Ball played in. De Bruyne heads clear. Now a chance to maybe break Mane. He's got a lot of pace. He's probably faster than Toni Kroos. Runs into Marcelo, though. Isco fires it against the face of Joel Matip. And forward we go again. Sergio Aguero. Not the best hold-up play, you got to say. And Carvajal launches it forward towards Benzema. With Ronaldo inside, you're worried. Oh, it's a great challenge by an Angolan. I mean, not often do you get to compliment defensive play, but that was exceptional as Isco heads it forward. And it's a bit up in the air at the moment. The first team to bring it down and play something might have a bit of success. Into Henderson again. Him and De Bruyne combining nicely. And a forward ball to Chiesa. He's got Aguero to his right-hand side. If he can find him, he does. Aguero flicks it into the hands of Jesus Navas. And it stays at 2-1. Cleared by Navas, long and firm out to this wing. And Van Dijk's picked up a bit of an injury, and I'm not going to take any risks with him. We're going to take him off, bring Matip to the right-hand side, bring Sakho on in his place. Decent defender, Sakho, not too worried about the final 20 minutes. Henderson struggling out there as well a little bit, and as the time ticks away, we're going to get Henderson off, Shan on. And hopefully, I mean, these changes are going to happen after whatever happens here. Modric, a through ball, Matip intercepts again. Defensively, you've got to say, apart from their goal where we fell asleep a little bit, it looked really, really good. Aguero, if he can get onto the last man, he can't quite. Chiesa doing it all himself. Chiesa, what a run! Oh, what a goal that would have been at the Bernabeu. It's reminiscent of that Thierry Henry goal. Do you remember that for Arsenal all those years ago? If you've not seen that goal, it is one of the best individual goals you've ever seen at the Bernabeu by a non-Real Madrid player, I guess you should say. Joe Hart, though, claims it from the corner. And at 2-1, I mean, can we hold on? Should we be going a little bit more defensive? There'll be people shouting at their screens going, yes, of course you should be going more defensive. But with the way we've played so far in this game, we're going to get Firmino on for De Bruyne, who's, as I say, lacked a bit of fitness recently, so we'll get him off, bring Firmino on. I'm going to keep it as is. It's a risk, and I might be punished for it, but if we see this out, I'll feel vindicated. I'm not looking to sort of invite any pressure on from Real Madrid. I think that's the worry. If you give them time and space to attack you, then you're probably going to get... Oh, yeah, they're probably going to score. Mane, though, playing it around really nicely. And Firmino's finding himself in space. Roberto Firmino, shot on goal. I think that's a clear opportunity. That would have sealed the game, of course. But with about 50 seconds to go, you've got to assume that that is probably going to be it. Nathaniel Klein doing a job on Ronaldo there. Can he do it again? Him and Bale combining. Klein gets in there again. Oh, and he feeds it off to Mane. What a performance from the boys. Aguero through to Firmino. Another chance for him in this highlight. Referee. Oh, come on. What is that? Never mind. 2-1. I mean, why would he go down there? Surely not a dive from Roberto, and I'm not sure he got the ball, to be honest. Zidane is going wild on the touchline, but he's not happy. And Modric forward towards Benzema. But that is it. What a result for Liverpool. Probably my greatest result so far as Liverpool manager. Bigger than the EFL Cup win. That tells you how much that tournament means. But a 2-1 victory away at Real Madrid. That is what I'm talking about. And with West Ham to come... Now, a little bit of Premier League rotation, perhaps. Now, Van Dijk's injured. We'll take a look at that in a minute. We get a little bit of money for winning the game. We'll send our assistant to that, as this is a bit of a live comment, isn't it? And Van Dijk is out for less than 2 weeks. Would be nice. That's fine. 4 to 5 days with a bruised head. Not a problem. It means we'll be back for another big game. We've got Chelsea and Napoli coming up. I was worried he'd be out for all of those. But you can sit out the game against West Ham and hopefully be back ready and able in the games, as I say, against Chelsea and Napoli, which will be coming again. I'll mention it again later today. So keep an eye out for those. Right. That's not bad, is it? I mean, what a beginning, what a start. We're back underway with the Liverpool save, and things are looking up. Things are looking good. Now, with West Ham to come, all of a sudden, confidence is high, folks. I'm feeling like this is going to be a guaranteed victory for us. I mean, a foolish thing to say this early on, Ben, but we'll see how we get on. I'm really, really impressed. I thought defensively it looks really good. You think about the attacking talent, Isco, Benzema, Ronaldo and Gareth Bale. Interesting they played a 4-4-2 though. That's not something I would have operated, like against us especially, with how sort of good we are on the ball. Henderson's like decent on the ball. Nainggolan's good on the ball. Kevin De Bruyne's good on the ball. It keeps your midfield pretty open. I think they might have changed it and taken maybe Casemiro off, because I'm sure he was on the pitch at one point. Anyway, into this game, Van Dijk, as I say, is going to come out. We're going to bring in Mamadou Sakho, who came on for the latter stages of the game at the Bernabeu. And right, team-wise, is there any other changes we need to make? Fitness-wise, we're okay. I think we might let Aguero sit this one out. Again, we've got some big games coming up. We'll go with Andy Carroll, Firmino, Origi. We'll go with Origi. People have been calling for Origi. He's got 4 goals in 3 starts, so we'll give him the chance as that complete forward. And so that's sort of the question mark. Do you want to bring in a player like Mohamed Salah? The problem is, Mane and Keita are both playing really, really well. We're going to give Adam Lallana the run out for Kevin De Bruyne, yeah. I think that's the only change we're going to make. Actually, Henderson's on our booking. Oh, it's tricky, isn't it? When we could play... We could bring in maybe Pastore onto the bench, at least get him some game time instead of Firmino. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. We'll bring Sheojo on there as well for Karius. We'll take that risk. Right. I'm going to go with the team's pretty similar when you think about it compared to what we had before against Real Madrid. So I'm hoping they won't tire too much. That's why I've brought a few fresh faces onto the bench. Hence Ojo's there. Hence Pastore's there as well, who didn't feature. Of course, Shan played a small part. Salah didn't even get on. So there's options for us there. West Ham, the team looks pretty similar. A few people were requesting, see what the teams have done in the transfer window. And I totally forgot about that last episode. So we'll see here. Wow, they did lots of things. Okay. Mason Holgate, Amrabat was brought in as well. They brought in Silvestri from Torino. Simon Mignolet, who obviously can't play today, they got in goal. Andros Townsend on loan as well. Vazik Januzaj for 3.4 million, and Phil Jones also signed for West Ham. Well, so many of those players featured today. Of course, we took Andy Carroll from them. If Phil Jones does start the game, Adrian, of course, comes in. Holgate gets the start as well. Kaleri plays up front, who I must say very well rounded on Football Manager. Not the quickest, not the most technically gifted, but has just got so many good stats that you expect performances from a striker such as him. So, here we go then. Can we continue the winning ways? Obviously, last time out, it was a 4-0 win against West Brom. Can we continue that? Olympic Stadium. We're doing a lovely little tour of stadiums at the moment. The Bernabeu, now London Stadium. That's what we're talking about. Oh, what a view. Let's see. I think the bigger and better stadiums, you get different sort of angles and whatnot. I mean, a lovely view of the roof there, the top of the roof. For those that wanted to see it, I mean, thank God it was featured. Right then, how are we going to get on? That is the question. Our league form, especially when mixed in with some of these Champions League games, has been a little bit iffy, as Mark Noble's free kick. Wow, okay. That was a 25-yard screamer, it says at the bottom. Hard to disagree with that, really. Quite a good finish. It goes across Joe Hart. He steps to his right. I mean, if he'd have stayed still, he'd have just caught it, wouldn't he? I mean, that's my issue. Right, well, never mind. Carrying on. Of course, we saw Joe Hart in real life come and stuck to some Lee Griffiths free kicks for England against Scotland, and I mean, we've seen it again here today. Divock Origi has done some of the worst attacking play you've ever seen, and Andre Ayew nearly gets himself a goal, and West Ham second. Not the ideal start from us, I should say. Possession-wise, we're looking okay, but I mean, we're doing very little with it so far. Hart claims the corner, though. Redeems himself, you might say. And 20 minutes gone. It's a corner to us. Adam Lallana to put it in, and does so. Towards that back post. Cleared, though. And Origi will get himself onto that. He plays it out towards Mane. Flicks it on towards Henderson. And Adrian comes out and claims. And, of course, he's probably not been starting for them. You think about the fact they've got Mignolet on loan. He's probably their first-choice keeper, you would assume. So Adrian gets a rare start today. He's going to want to impress as well. And I wonder who Simon Mignolet supporting. Probably not us. I mean, I've lent out to West Ham. Holgate into Faguli, and West Ham look like they're going to work an opening here. Noble across to Obiang. Ayew with it now, and he takes on his man. Ayew drives into the area. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This sums up this Liverpool team at the moment. We're going to switch to the counter-attack. Great performance against Real Madrid. There's arguments that I probably should have rested the players, but I don't know, I kind of wanted to carry on the momentum. Ayew with a great finish. Hart didn't even really try. It didn't feel like there. But anyway, throw into West Ham. And can they extend their league? I mentioned we had a 4-0, or a couple of 4-0s, back to back. And all of a sudden, West Ham might do the same to us, which would be quite funny. On our league form, you can see from the table, is a little bit all over the place. Nainggolan gets in, wins it back and loses it immediately, so that's not decent at all. Kaleri, forward, Klein intercepts and then loses out to Obiang, and forward they go again. Andre Ayew makes it 3-0 after 25 minutes, and we're a shambles, folks. An absolute shambles. I guess we'll come off the counter-attack and we'll go attacking. I've rested some key men. Should we have kept on the likes of Aguero and Kevin De Bruyne? That's the question. I guess I felt that even against West Ham, no disrespect to West Ham, that we could still come out with a win, but so far we've created very little, and it's a corner kick to West Ham. Their chances keep on coming. It's finally been cleared. Obiang back to the feet of Mark Noble, who finds Faguli. Well then, folks, this is... I mentioned 4-0. This is quite the pasting that they're dishing out right here. We're going to change, a very simple change. Origi and Mane are going to switch round. And we're going to see if that makes any difference whatsoever. We've seen absolutely nothing from our front four. Our front four and our back four, and in fact the whole team have played badly. Only Nangolan comes out with any sort of credit. I think at this stage, it might even be worth making a couple of changes, just because our attacking lot are playing absolutely pish at the moment. Right, what we'll do then, we'll bring on... we'll give Salah the game for Origi. He's done absolutely nothing. Pastore's going to come on for Lallana. I'm going to go for the triple change. Aguero's going to come on as well. We've got the Argentine connection up front with Pastore and Aguero. Can they combine to maybe get us back into this? We'll go attacking now for the entire second half, and see if we can create just a single chance. Will do at this point, as it's a West Ham corner. 48 minutes gone, and it's been in the back of the net again. I think Joe Hart has dropped it. It's 5-0. Right then. Can anybody explain this? Faguli puts it in. We weren't knackered going into this game, by the way. Hart comes out. You think he's claimed it. He hasn't. And he's volleyed it in from on the line. It's 5-0. Is it going to get worse than this? I mean, I can only assume so. I mean, it's... we're not... I mean, I'm putting my neck out on the line here, folks. We're probably not going to win now. Who knew that Januzaj and Phil Jones would be the key to West Ham's success? They're in a decent-ish season, but they'll say that if we'd have won this game, would have been above them. As is Van Dijk that much of a difference as Matip just goes through a defender? I tell you again, this may well be 6. Joe Hart makes a save, and for God's sake, I'll clap it. I mean, it's just I'm just happy to see he's actually contributed to the game in somewhat. With some form. I tell you what, this highlight's continuing. They could be in again here, and it looks like they're going to be. It's Caleri. I mentioned in pre-game, lays it off. I mean, that is, considering a 5-0 down, that is a somewhat stunning save from Joe Hart. It means absolutely nothing. I guess the only consolation is that the teams around us... Oh, Hart claims again. The teams around us aren't that far ahead of us. So it's not as if a few wins wouldn't put us right back into sort of top 4 contention, title contention. The issue is going to be if Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal, United start to create a gap, and then if we can get back into that top lot, because we've lost a lot of games so far. This is obviously going to go down as another one, unless the most remarkable comeback of all time occurs. As Henderson, I mean, it's a shot. It's a shot on target. It's something to be pleased about to an extent. As Adrian launches it forward. Every highlight seems to end in a West Ham goal, so I'm a little bit concerned. But we're coming forward again. Salah on it. Plays it into Henderson. And is there a goal would be nice, and it looks like we may well get one. Keita whips it in towards Aguero. Finish it. Oh, well, those people that have been calling for Divock Origi, and it's not all of you. All right, there's a percentage though. I mean, I feel like you've let me down today, because I've gone with you guys. I've thought, you know what, yeah, we will give Origi a chance. I've seen his goal scoring record. I've been convinced. I've brought Aguero on. He scored pretty swiftly, and 5-1. Okay, well, again, this video is getting longer and longer as the days go by. Pastore clears it, and the counter attack. Mohamed Salah, who's very, very fast, plays it out to that West Ham defender. I was going to say the wing. He didn't. And Golan heads forward, though. We've just not got a grip on the game, is what it feels like. West Ham, who obviously have not had a game midweek, look very, very fresh. They're Obiang with a... Oh, God. Goodness grief. Pedro Obiang with the goal. It's West Ham 6. I don't want to watch it. It was a great goal as well. I've just completely skipped it. Pastore. So many highlights in this game. I mean, have you ever seen so many highlights in a game of football? I'm not sure I have. Sergio Aguero, where's he going? He's dribbling forward. I mean, I don't know why we're still trying. Salah hits the post. Right, okay. At some point, I'm at the point in the game, folks, where I wouldn't mind getting 6 red cards and having the game abandoned. That's 5 red cards and having the game abandoned. That's the situation we're in. It's been an absolute, to quote my friend Mick Jr., it has been a pounding people. That is a retro FM League / reference. And as the time winds down and Adrian Januzaj continually keeps the ball, we hang our heads in shame. At London Stadium, West Ham 6, Liverpool didn't turn up. Aggressively say wasn't good enough, no excuses, and they all seem motivated apart from Joe Hart. Some high scoring games, to be fair. Not good. Do I really need to say that out loud? We've conceded 6 in the Premier League. Liverpool haven't done that since Stoke. which is an awful thing to say as a Liverpool fan. But there we are then. That is going to bring us to the end, as there's the Sunderland under 18s that you all wanted to take a look at. But that is going to bring us to the end of the video. And as I say, there'll be another one later today. Chelsea and Napoli after a short winter break. We'll be back for that one. So if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. We're going for like 500 likes. As I say, if you're still watching the series, still enjoying it, do drop a like on it. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Just before you go, do it now. It's just down there. With love and care. Goodbye. 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 I'm pleased I've not been sacked.